Y'all, I had to get Starbucks this morning and spend some money because your girl got 3 hours of sleep last night. And today's gonna be a very interesting video. We'll see how my brain functions on 3 hours of sleep. My 2-year-old has some teeth coming in and he is just, not sleeping through the night and also wants mommy to be in there with him. So it's been a rough night and whew, I'm real tired, but that's okay because I am committed every single week to looking at my budget, looking at my money, and making sure that I'm putting money toward my big financial goals. I do it every single Tuesday. I call it Transfer Tuesday. It is a little habit that I started years ago, and it has helped us pay off debt, invest money, save up for a down payment for our next home, and so many other things. A lot of you guys join me, you let me know what you're doing, and you've made a big financial progress as well. A lot of you have done like even better than me. I'm so impressed. It's amazing. But all that to say is I am committed because Transfer Tuesday is not just about the actual money, whether it's $5, $500, $5,000. The goal is commitment, consistency, and accountability. And so that's why I'm here. That's why we're gonna get through this together, 3 hours of sleep or not. Let's look at our numbers. Okay, now first let's look at the goal of the Roth IRA. And that is my retirement account. It is the place where I'm putting money for when I'm older and when I need money to live off of and can't make YouTube videos anymore. So we are putting in an amount based on this chart. Can y'all see how like my brain is going really slow? I'm trying to say all these things and I can feel my brain like reaching for the words. Sleep is so important. Anyway, I do have a chart that I'm following. I made a Roth IRA investing challenge and I am following it. It is a weekly plan. I also have a bi-weekly for people that get paid bi-weekly. I currently am paying myself weekly, so that's working out pretty well for me. And I am gonna pick a low number today because we have some bills for the kiddos that need to be paid. So we're gonna do $75. And wait, did I say what we started with? No, I didn't. So we started this week with $2,335 and I'm gonna be putting in $75. Then that brings us up to a new total contributed for the year of 2023 of $2,410. One thing I really like about having all of these charts and goals is it's very visually motivating to me. So I can see that my chart is filling in, which is really exciting. And I can also see in my account, it shows 37% of this goal funded. So that's really exciting. And that means we are rolling right along with this goal. So the next goal is the bigger one of the year. And that is saving up $20,000 in this calendar year for our house down payment savings. So we do want to buy another house. We want to get a slightly bigger house so we have a little more space and a little more storage and a better fit for our family. We did buy this house 6 years ago, almost 7 years ago. Whoo, long time. 7 years ago, before we had kids. And it was really interesting because when we bought the house, we literally closed off rooms and like shut the vents and just didn't even use half of our house. Like it was too big for us then, and now it is too small for us. So we have definitely grown and expanded and have a ton more stuff and double the number of people. So we're definitely ready to move on to something a little bit bigger, a little more space, and that should be good. However, in the last few years, obviously house prices have gone way up and interest rates in the past year have skyrocketed. So it feels like that goal is kind of further away than ever, but we're committed to continuing and there's no reason to stop working on it, even though it feels further away, because if we stop, it really does get further away. So we are gonna be putting in money today. We have 4 different income sources and 4 different transfers, so let's get started. Last week, we ended with a balance of $4,636.27. So we were at 23% funded at the end of last week with that amount. And then we do have 4 transfers today. So we had $25 go in, and this was a cash out for me from eBay from selling stuff that I've had around the house. My mother-in-law sells on eBay, so she's been helping me with that and kind of helping me do all of that. So I had $25 from a couple sales that I cashed out and put into this account. And then I did have some referrals this week. Last week I did not have any of these, but I had a couple referrals this week, and that's just from apps I use that I recommend or have videos on, and that was $30 earned this week. So I did have $30 from those apps, which is real exciting. I have a few more cash outs to get from some of those apps, but I just did not have them hit my account by today. So maybe next week, which will be good. And then we did have a budgeted amount of money go into this account. So we had $50, which is what we're doing every single week. We're having $50 go into this account. It's an automatic transfer that is set up. So it hits on Tuesday and we'll have that money go into the account. So that's pretty good. Excited about that. And then we did have a larger amount from a app that I get referrals from, and it does sometimes have promotions, and that is Upside. It's what I use to save money and get cash back on my gas purchases and my local restaurants. So I do have some referrals that went into that because I do use it and I talk about it. And it was having a promotion where I was getting, I think, $11 per referral. So I did have a couple of you guys sign up, which is kind of cool. And I earned $95.12, which I cashed out and put into this account to grow the house down payment savings. So with all of that, we had a new total of $4,836.39, which is 24% funded. So we have moved up a 1% this week, which is really exciting. That's kind of my goal. We had $212 in total, and all of these different sources go into this account. So $200 a week is pretty good. I'm hoping to keep increasing that. I was putting some money from my business in there, but I had a couple big expenses. I'm kind of playing around with the direction I want to go with certain things. So I've had a couple of expenses, which meant I didn't have a lot of profit the last couple of weeks. So there was nothing to put in for that. But technically, all of these referrals are kind of because of my business. So it doesn't matter to you guys. All that matters is that I have some side hustles and different things that I'm working on and going to be putting more money in this because I am still committed to our house, even though it is something that is, I don't know, further away than it used to be. So we are making progress. I'm real excited about $4,836 because it feels like next week we might hit a really big milestone of $5,000. So that's kind of the goal for now because $5,000 it'll feel really good. It'll be 25% of the way there. And that's when it starts feeling more substantial. $5,000 is a good chunk of money. So I'm really excited about that. Hopefully we hit it next week. We should. Let's see. We'll see. All right, comment club, if you've watched this far, type coffee down below because I have coffee and I need coffee and I can feel myself fading as I do this video. I do not function well on little sleep, and having little kids, I was so excited to be past the part of life where I was up most of the night with them, and I've been sleeping on my own through the night for a while now, and going backwards to that phase where you have like just a couple hours of sleep, I remember it and I'm happy to be past it. So coffee for me today, and hopefully maybe for you too if you drink coffee. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll be here next week as we work on our goals together. See you guys then.